Welcome to FBB Forum. My name is David, and this podcast is dedicated to all the amazing women competing in bodybuilding. If you like this content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow my YouTube and Instagram pages. I'm very pleased to welcome the amazing women's physique pro athlete, Wendy. And I forgot to ask pronunciation on your last name.
Heaslip.
Heaslip. Okay. Okay, cool. To the podcast. Um, you may know her better by her Instagram handle, Dudley's Keeper. Wendy recently earned her pro card at the NPC Universe, where she won the Masters 50 and over category. And then last year, she also competed at both the Universe and the Junior Nationals. Wendy is a breast cancer survivor and actually has been very open on Instagram about her cancer journey. And she even has a separate Instagram page called Breast Cancer Wendy, in which she documents her cancer journey. And stay tuned to find out more about this amazing athlete. And welcome, Wendy. It's great to see you.
Great to be here. It was great meeting you too.
Thank you. As I mentioned earlier, before we started recording, Derwin White, who's a fellow fan of bodybuilding, he had recommended that I reach out to you. So that was a good referral.
Yeah, Derwin's a good guy. Yeah.
He is. Yeah, I like him. He's really knowledgeable on the sport too. So I was curious in terms of how you got started in bodybuilding. Did you have an athletic or a sports background before you started training and competing?
I do. Most of my life, I'll say I was some sort of athlete. I'm going to say that with the caveat of probably between the ages of 18 and 28. I was not, and you could find me at the local ladies' night or
Uh-huh.
but yeah, but then when you get all that out your system, then I started playing soccer again in my 30s, and then I became a runner. I did some triathlons. Um, then I settled in. I swim like a rock, so I just settled into just running races. And I actually won the local race for the cure in my age group, foreshadowing or whatever,
Yeah.
year, which was like, I just ran across that medal the other day going, wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look, I raised money
Wow.
for myself.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
and then, yeah, after that, I got into Pilates for a while, and then I just hyper fixate on things, and I just did that all the time. And then,
Uh-huh.
um, my daughter wanted to become a personal trainer. And
Okay.
as moms do, she needed a guinea pig. So I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll do it. She was into powerlifting. So my training programs were all powerlifting, and I did powerlifting meets. So gosh, from 2017 to 2020, I was doing powerlifting.
Oh,
And
wow.
where I got a lot of my muscular density, uh,
Yeah.
lifting heavy stuff. And actually, my daughter was powerlifting too, and we actually did a meet together. And she won the overall, and I won the masters, and we had tiaras, and it was so fun.
Oh, that's
It's so
awesome.
fun.
Wow.
That was just a great fun memory. She's not
Yeah.
powerlifting anymore, and there's always been a lot of crossover between powerlifting and bodybuilding, and
Yeah.
you may know Jessica Belt or Jessica Uribe. Uh,
Yes, I know her. Yeah, she's
yeah,
awesome.
she's a good friend of mine. She actually a roommate for a little bit. Um, but she was a power lifter that crossed into bodybuilding. And so
Yeah.
I just asked her a bunch of stuff because it was sort of interesting. And back in the 80s, um, I don't know if you remember Rachel McClish,
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah.
but when I was a teenager, I just thought that was just the most awesome, that I wanted to be Rachel McClish. And so
Uh,
seeing someone I knew, Jess, going and doing it, I'm like, man, I wonder if I can do that. I think I can, because I did put on muscle pretty easily, and that's just been my body type all growing up. I'm short. So I think that, short people bulk up pretty quickly. So I think
yeah.
that's where I got it. That and my dad. My dad was pretty muscular. So yeah, so from that, from 2020 on, I just sort of shifted from powerlifting to bodybuilding. I think powerlifting is still fun. I think it's more of a young person's. I just think I would be tearing ligaments and tendons and everything at this point if I was powerlifting.
I
And it
understand.
couldn't stop me either. I would still, because I'm just hyper fixated on it.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but
No,
Yeah.
I think that powerlifting does provide that kind of good muscular base, like you talked about for
Yeah.
bodybuilding. Yeah.
Yeah. I think all of us who I know who have transitioned from powerlifting to bodybuilding, the muscular density we bring to the stage, and bodybuilding can do it too, but you can be more junior or novice and bring the density having a background in powerlifting than only having done bodybuilding moves. I think,
I
but
no, I agree with you on that. No, I think it's good. Did your daughter ever do bodybuilding too, or did she ever?
she
No?
didn't. She's thought about it, but right now it's just not a priority for her.
Okay.
She's excelling in her career, and so she's doing. That's what youth is for. Just go do. There's plenty of time for the gym. So
That's awesome. Wow. That's so cool though. That's cool that
she's still strong. I mean, she was a world record holder,
really?
and I was in bench. We were both internet. I don't know if I'm sure those records don't stand now, and I don't check because it'll light that fire. So
Uh-huh. That's so cool though. That's awesome that y'all did that. Yeah. Um, Now in terms of bodybuilding itself, was there anybody who really convinced you to do your first contest or kind of talked you into it?
no, it was me.
Yeah.
It was me. I am the consummate loner, so I was the one who did it and stuck with it. And
No.
I've leaned on friends, in the thick of prep, when things get tough, and always thankful for them just listening to me and complain and lament and all of that. And like there's certain stages of prep. The first one is bodybuilding was stupid. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what do I got to prove to anybody? What do I got to do? And you just walk around mad, and then you just lose your energy, and it's some sort of Stockholm syndrome, and you're like, can I have an extra grape or an extra ounce of rice? So
Y'all are stronger than me. I don't think I could do it. That's just too tough, I think, and I don't think I have discipline enough to do it. But so I admire y'all for
well,
pulling it off.
my bestie just did her first show, Red Creek Smash on Instagram. And she has been the person getting all of my texts going, this is so miserable for the past few years. And she did it though. And it was, I forgot where I was going with this, but it was she came from powerlifting.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, it's just having someone else to share it with. And so
Yeah.
when she got on, she crushed it this year too. We
Really?
the the first show I did a qualifier, and it was her very first show. We did the same. I was like, you know what, I gotta do it. So I'm gonna do it with you. So we did it, and so we were on the exact same timeline.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, it was fun. And like she did her last show this past Saturday, and my show was on um, the week before that. So we wound up at the same time too.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's been kind of fun, just sort of tracking hey, how you doing? You still got your tan? The blotches, you still got, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. That's really cool. That's great that you got to train with her
Oh,
and
I
work
know
with
what I
her.
was going to say. Yeah, like so one of my texts to her in the thick of prep was like, what is so hard about prep is like you're suffering
Yeah.
given, but you have the remedy right on the kitchen counter. You know exactly what to do and you can do to end the suffering, food, sleep,
Yeah.
and you choose not to. That's
Yeah.
the toughest part. That's the toughest part. I feel this bad and I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I don't know. I don't think that's probably why I don't do it.
Yeah, but then you look in them, and that's one thing too. When I was powerlifting, we used to always think, bodybuilders were full of themselves. They're narcissists. They're always taking pictures of themselves, and it's like, you know what? It's because we're not eating. We got nothing else to do,
Yeah, that's true.
and,
No,
you want to see the result of your suffering. So it's just
yeah,
it's a loop. You got
that's true.
yeah. So
Plus, yeah,
yeah.
like you said, with the drinking and stuff too, you can't be out there drinking and partying and stuff,
No,
No.
no, got to wake up and do cardio.
Yeah. No, I appreciate I admire y'all for doing it and discipline to do it. So I was curious now, you mentioned Rachel McLeish, but do you have a modern bodybuilder who's like a role model for you or men or
You know,
woman?
I don't. I was thinking when I read this question beforehand, I was thinking like, is there anyone? There are some physiques I admire. There are some, you body shop different people. Like I want her hamstrings, I want her shoulders, I want her abs, things like that. But
Hmm.
there's none that I look at and go, I want to be her. That's what I want. Not one person. I mean, it's a amalgamation of a bunch of them.
Sure, I understand that. Yeah.
So, but Rachel was the one who lit the fire under me. And then like when you remember Terminator came out, Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Look back now and you're like, she's skinny, she's scrawny, but at the time,
Uh-huh.
ripped and muscles. And so it's
I
all
know.
to me.
That was great when that came out. Yeah, and she had changed so much from the first movie too. It's like,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, I remember when Rachel McLeish and Corey Everson, they used
Yes.
to have NBC Sports World would show the Olympia, and even some of the other pro shows would be on major TV, and then ESPN picked it up too. So I kind of miss having bodybuilding on TV because I think it raises awareness of the sport. And ESPN is busy showing cornhole and they're not showing bodybuilding. I'm like, what the heck, man? Want to watch cornhole? Like, why is there even pro cornhole? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no.
Oh man. Now I was curious, was it tough for you to get up on stage in a bikini for the first time? Was it kind of nerve-wracking for you or
Well,
not?
of course I was nervous, but the little show I did, it was a small show and it was right at the beginning of the tail end of COVID. So it wasn't very, the audience wasn't big. There weren't a lot of competitors. It was kind
Hmm.
of like getting up on the stage in your gym when in high
Hmm.
school and doing it. So
Hmm.
that was okay. My posing was horrendous. All of that was just uh that wasn't too bad. What was bad though was the national show that I did after. It was Masters National. That was the first national show I did.
Okay.
I was a deer in the headlights. You walked out on stage and it's big and it's dark and it's only the lights shining up at you. So you can't see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can. I've done that show since and it wasn't just, or maybe it was my brain. I don't know. But it was just like, I think I was doing this. And then they, all right, quarter turn to your right. And I turned to my left. And
Oh
could not
no.
be convinced that I had turned to the left. And even the judge said, all right, turn to the right. And like, well, I'm this woman in front of me is stupid. And then, and then the judge said, your other right. And I'm like, he said your other right.
Oh man,
And
that's
then
hilarious.
finally, the MC was like, came up to me and like turned around. I'm like, oh,
Oh no. Oh
that
no.
so that was my nerves. And I think I even did it in the 40 and over category in universe. And I wasn't like shaking nervous. I'm just like, what is wrong with you? But I think because I didn't have my ring on, like we all have, it's my little mnemonic now. It's like whenever they tell me to turn to the right, I immediately turn that way, feel my ring and go that way.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh wow. Yeah, no, that's good to and that
that's
takes time to kind of get more comfortable up there on stage, I'm sure.
it does. And I was never growing up, like I said, I was an athlete of sorts, but I was never dance. I was never gymnastics. I was never
Yeah.
cheerleading. I was never anything graceful, so and so the posing and the stage presence and all that is hard for me.
Yeah.
Busting ass in the gym, I'll do that 7 days a week, but ask me to be pretty or what to do with my hands. And I don't know.
A friend of mine, Alyssa Coppolino, she talks about when the figure girls are up on stage and they're like throwing gang signs up there because they don't know what to do with their hands. And I love that. I think it's hilarious the way she put it.
Do that next time. I show them some gang signs or
Um,
to the left.
for that first contest, what division did you do, or did you do women's physique,
In the small show or the national show?
the small one?
The small one I did women. I did physique. I just
I
did
did.
women's physique.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah.
did you ever do one of the heel divisions or?
One of the what division? Oh, no, 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 no.
No. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm just curious. No.
I know my limitations.
Yeah, that's tough, I think, with the heels. But I think I like women's physique because you get to do the posing routine and show some creativity. It's not, I like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of earning your pro card at NPC Universe, congratulations, of course, on that. But which division and class did you win to earn your pro card there?
I was in over 50 women's physique.
Very cool.
And it was a pretty big class, which was made the win feel that much better. There were 12 of
Yeah.
us up there. So, and typically, or a lot of times in the masters, it's a smaller class.
I was
So
impressed that they had 12. Yeah, that was a
I was
lot.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, congratulations. That's great that you won that. And then I was curious, was there kind of a good Iron Sisterhood backstage at the universe, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever experienced anyone being catty or unhelpful. There's some people are there with friends and you can't break in and talk to them so much because they're like, what? But
Yeah, I
uh,
gotcha.
but yeah, no, a lot of us, no, we were talking in line and joking. And so, yeah, it was all good.
Okay,
The only thing
terrific.
like on stage, and this is the only time it's happened to me, and it's probably because the class was so big, but when we're doing our front doubles, the lady next to me, like, had her elbow in front of me. I'm like, no. And so
Oh,
doing a little angling. And yeah, I'm not saying she did it on purpose or anything like that. It's just you were up there, we're squeezed together, and so I'm like, well, I'm not going to be a shrinking violet here. I'm already short. I need to be seen.
yeah, I gotcha. No, I totally understand that. How tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
Oh,
Well,
5'1".
not quite 5'1". So
And we talked about before we started recording, but how old are you?
58.
58. Yeah, very cool. That's awesome. Wow, you look great. Yeah. I definitely thought I saw over 50, but I thought you were maybe early 50s. So I was
Take it.
surprised.
I'll take it,
You look great.
especially
Yeah.
with my diet face.
Oh no. Yeah. I don't think you have much of a diet face now,
It's
but
I took a week of hard cookie eating,
oh
so
yeah.
try and feel me out. Uh, but I do still like I do this thing on Instagram, and I don't know if you follow me or have seen it, but when I'm in prep, I throw up pictures of me and Willem Dafoe, and I'm like, where am
Oh,
I on the Willem Dafoe scale? You know,
yeah. I like that. Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I
a cool.
graduated to Mick Jagger this year, so things got pretty intense.
Oh, wow. I like that Defoe and the Jagger quotient there. Yeah.
Yeah, got up to 5 Dafoes and had to go to a Jagger.
Uh, oh man. Yeah, I like him though. He's a good actor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you ever see he did a good movie called The Florida Project? Did you ever see that movie? That was a good one.
Oh, was that about people living in a hotel, kids?
Yeah.
And yes, yeah, yeah,
In Orlando. And it was like,
yes,
yeah.
yes. I did see
That
that.
that was really good. I like that
Yeah.
movie. And he was good in it too. So
I don't even remember him being. I only remember him for his creepy roles. Yeah,
oh yeah. He played like the hotel manager with a heart of gold kind of guy. And
yeah, yeah. That's
yeah.
that's really that's coming back. Yeah,
He does. He plays some creepy guys though.
yeah, yeah. The crazy guys he's done. He's got.
Yeah. Oh man. Now I was curious, have you decided where to make your pro debut?
No, not yet. My coach and I are currently talking about timing, and it will be next year, um, second or third quarter, probably, or third or fourth quarter, probably.
Okay.
Some, um, but nothing's nailed down yet. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
even 2 weeks out from competing, um, but it's the exciting point, a part where you get to improve and grow, and so
Yeah.
it's such an addictive sport because even when prep sucks, the end is going to be pretty cool, and
Yeah.
then you get the feedback from the judges. You go, oh, you want me to work on this and this and that? Okay. And then you get the plan and boom, then you go and you improve and you just get better and better, better. It's like, we talked about me being an engineer and like a scientist. I got a minor in chemistry, and we are our own science experiments, right?
Yeah.
Which is what makes it rewarding too. It's like, oh, if I add, you know, 2 or, 3 more sets a week of shoulders. Let's see what that does. So
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's kind of like science and art too, because you're kind of sculpting your physique and, you're kind of, it's kind of art on stage, I think, too. So,
yeah.
yeah, no, I like that. I like the way you put that. Yeah. Um, um, that's interesting what you said too about as an engineer, have you, in terms of studying your diet or supplements or whatever, have you kind of like tweaked some of that stuff because you have that science knowledge or the chemistry knowledge?
I no, I haven't presumed to know more than, the pros.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
my limits.
Uh,
Graduated about 30 years ago, so it's but I do like understanding how things work, and I will ask my coach a lot of times for strategy, or why are we doing this? Because even if it's something, or especially if it's something I don't like or don't want to do, if I understand why we're doing it, then I'm
hmm,
on board. But
okay.
just to blanketly follow orders, and I usually will tell my coach, I'm not questioning you. I'm not
Hmm.
challenging your authority or knowledge. I just want to know because it helps me,
Hmm. Sure.
get on the same page.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense. Yeah. I was thinking you could formulate your own supplements though. You like get the Bunsen burner and the test tubes.
It'll be blue. I'll only make blue supplements, and I'll move to Albuquerque.
No, I'm just teasing.
Do it in
Yeah.
Winnebago.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Um, I was curious in terms of being a pro, do you know whether you want to do masters and open or one or the other going forward for divisions?
Um, it will depend on the show.
Hmm.
Probably. I don't know if there are small pro shows. I mean, I know there's small NPC shows, so I just don't know anything about this world yet. So
Oh, sure.
certainly,
Okay.
like when we were talking before about my friend and we competed together at the smaller show that was in Biloxi, and I knew it was going to be a smaller show, so I went into open and masters,
Okay.
won the overall, won everything. So like I felt pretty confident that I could do that, but I don't know what the pro standard is. You know what I mean? Like you're a pro, so we're all going to look good. Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I don't know. That will be a call I'll probably let my coach make. Uh,
Sure. I gotcha. I understand that. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, Now, you mentioned a little bit about judge feedback, but have you regularly sought feedback from the judges in terms of how to improve your physique or your presentation?
I have. I didn't last year. I was so I was just so unhappy with how I placed, and
Mm,
I didn't, because I felt I knew. Uh,
hmm.
I, I knew what I needed to do. I was just too small.
Yeah.
On the morning of the show last year, I woke up 113.8 pounds.
Wow.
That was too little. Uh,
Yeah.
and morning of the show this year, I woke up and I was 120 or 121 pounds, something like that.
Wow. Okay.
And so that's not all muscle. I just wasn't as lean, and because I was too lean
Yeah, I gotcha.
the year before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I may have put on 4 pounds of muscle. I'm not sure. I'm bigger for sure, but
Okay.
I looked healthier. I looked,
Yeah.
um, which is what they were rewarding last year too, were the bigger, fuller bodies
Yeah.
versus the grainy, ripped um, look, which is a shame because I get grainy pretty quickly.
Really? You can do that pretty easy? Yeah.
I mean, it's not easy, but
But yeah.
I know some people who can't get,
Uh-huh.
and I just like that. I do. I don't know. I
I've
don't.
heard from other ladies that, yeah, that sometimes it comes easy to them, or you're almost like can be genetically predisposed to it, I think, kind
I,
of.
I think that's part. I think age has a certain element to it too, because we get older, our skin is thinner. Um,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
our hormones aren't trying to make us make babies. I think all of those things sort of factor into being
Hmm.
able to get more grainy and I don't know, peeled.
That makes sense. I hadn't thought about that. That makes sense though. That's yeah. That's interesting. Um, I was curious if there's any advice you could provide to ladies who are seeking to earn their pro card, because I know it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, but and sometimes it takes a few tries to get there too, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give up. If it's something that you want, but be realistic about where your physique is. And, I've seen people, we've all got body dysmorphia because we're
Mhm.
bodybuilders, you know?
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
but sometimes it goes one way and sometimes it goes another way. Usually it's, we think we look worse, but sometimes people think they look better. And
Hmm.
so, you know, if you're too confident in the way you look, and it's not lining up with how you place, maybe find a coach who will tell you,
Hmm.
what's going on, or an honest evaluation. Um,
Yeah, that's true. Somebody who'd be frank with you and but
yeah,
help with you. Yeah.
yeah, like you're not ready. You're not ready. So,
Hmm.
or grow. But if you're serious and motivated and focused, just keep plugging away. But it's also getting up on stage, right? We're on stage for a total of 2 minutes, and
Hmm.
it's hours and hours and hours of training and blood, sweat, and tears. So you've
Yeah.
got to enjoy. It sounds weird, but you got to enjoy that part too. Just the even last year when I did not place how I wanted and I was dejected, I was like, but if you don't have a goal, what do you have? You still have
Hmm.
a goal now. You still
Yeah.
have something to aim for.
Hmm.
So that helps, even with all the work we're putting in, even if you don't earn a pro card or place how you want to, you have improved from where you were last year.
Yeah.
I see this argument all the time. We're competing against ourselves, which, no, we're not. But we are like, if you're improving, you're winning. You may
That's
not win
true.
the show, but you are winning at the improvement process that you're putting yourself through. So
Yeah. That's really good advice. That's good.
these are things I've told myself to make myself feel better too. And when I,
Yeah. Oh, I think that's great though. I think that's really good advice for sure. Yeah, no, and you know, I think that bodybuilders lose sight of the fact that, they look better than most of the population for sure. They just I know there's body dysmorphia, but they don't I don't think bodybuilders always appreciate how good they look.
yeah, I had a friend tell me that too, like an off season, because in off season we get fluffy, to put on muscle and stuff. And she said, you don't realize that you look good in your off season and you remain lean and leaner than most people. And
Yeah, that's
you
true.
don't see it yourself, I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, you're just saying that.
That's true.
But it's true. And to your point, we look better than most people, but we're so in this world where everyone has got 3 to 8 body fat percent. And if we're not walking around, we feel disgusting or fat or, whatever. So yes,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough to find balance, but yeah.
No, and y'all aren't like drinking a 12 pack of beer a night or anything like that.
No.
Which unfortunately a lot of Americans do shit like that, so it's kind of, Um, I was curious, what do you think is your best muscle group and what is the muscle group you think needs the most improvement?
My back is probably my best um, body part. Uh,
Yeah.
I personally hate my glutes and I want to improve my glutes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Being, old, it's
Yeah.
tough, but and bringing genetics into it too. Like my friend who just competed with me, she's genetically predisposed to not have one dimple on her glutes, on her butt, anywhere. She could be
Okay.
20 pounds overweight and she wouldn't have any dimples on her butt. It's just,
Huh.
the genetic lottery, there's something about the tissues or something. I don't know. But
Okay.
um just building up more muscle in my glutes. That was one of my things last year too, when I weighed 114 pounds and my glutes were like, they weren't even kidney beans. I mean, they were just,
Really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
they were, we were talking before about cancer and not respecting the bite that cancer took out of my physique
Yeah.
from year to year. And the first show I did after I was better and was able to compete again
Uh-huh.
in prep, and I was looking back and like, what happened to they look like week old balloons.
Oh, no.
It was, I didn't understand, and
Yeah.
I didn't understand until months after the show. It's because you lost muscle and
Mm.
you lost fat, so there's nothing to inflate the skin, so
Yeah.
it's just again body dysmorphia, and you feel normal, so you think everything's gonna be the way it was, and it wasn't. So any
Yeah, I gotcha.
just made that a
Yeah.
really long answer. So I would like to improve my glutes as always.
Okay.
And probably right now my back is my best muscle group.
Yeah, I would say so too. Just seeing pictures of you. Yeah, your back looks really good.
Yeah,
Maybe that's from the powerlifting too.
I think so. I had a
Yeah.
decent, no, my deadlift sucked, but my back was good from the from it.
Um, yeah, I can relate to the glute situation just because my whole family doesn't have any ass. We just like just so we just don't have it. And maybe you can build it up, but we started at a deficit, so.
Right, right. I got you. I understand.
Oh man. Now I was curious, are you working with a prep coach now? You had mentioned before we started recording, but I forgot his name.
Yeah, Luke Miller with J3 University.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
his handle is No Switch Fitness.
I'm just writing that down. No switch fitness. Okay, great. How long have you worked with him?
This is my second year with him,
Okay.
and it's been, like I said, I never intended to coach hop, but the situations just kept coming up to where I did. Um, and
Hmm.
I think sticking with him for a full solid year and now 2 years, he knows my body and he knows how I respond. And that made it easier for this prep because he knew this year, all right, she shreds down, she follows plan, there's not going to be any other. So we can focus on other things.
Okay,
So I
great.
think all of that history together really, really matters. So, and I couldn't be more pleased with him.
And is he local or is he like
No, he is, well, he's in Texas. I think he's in
hmm.
Dallas or Austin. He's in one of those. I'm in Houston, so it takes me an hour to get anywhere, and I think that would take forever.
Yeah, that's a long trip. Yeah, I know. And Houston's so huge too. Yeah, that's a big area. Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you working with a posing coach too?
Yes, grass-fed fitness. Josiah Rivera. Um,
I'm not familiar with him.
grass-fed fitness. Oh, he's good. Last year, I know my posing, like we were talking before, I'd been an athlete, but not anything that was graceful. My posing leveled up under him. There was something, the way he described things or just tweaked me while I was in position, that it worked in my little meathead brain to, oh, okay. So yeah, I recommend him highly, especially if posing is not something that is easy for you, or if you're not a graceful person.
Yeah, how long have you worked with him too?
This was my first season,
Okay,
but I
yeah,
also loved the routine he came up with for me for this year.
great.
So I'm looking forward to next year working with him as well.
Is he local or is he also?
No, he's in Texas somewhere, Austin-ish, I think.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
and I've worked with other posing coaches who were fantastic, but I they weren't the Wendy whisperer,
Okay, yeah.
that I needed. So yeah, not to disparage anyone else I've worked with. I've had some great instructors. So
No, I understand that though. Sometimes you just connect with better with other people and
yeah, yeah.
yeah. No, that makes sense. That's great that you're working with him. And it sounds like you were like working with both of your coaches too. So that's great. Yeah. I was curious, what would you say is the most challenging aspect of prep for you?
Oh, all of it. Uh, not sleeping is pretty tough.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
And your body is just like, hey, go hunt and gather something. We're hungry. Uh,
Yeah.
not sleep the energy, and I have it. Prep has been notoriously really bad for me for thinking because we're we get prep brain. We have the memory of a goldfish, but
Yeah.
when I
Mm.
did my blood work this past year, it showed that I was like, I had iron, but not a certain form of iron. I forget what it was. So I started taking iron supplements, and
Mm.
it's a special kind of iron supplement, but it has really improved my cognition. I noticed it like a couple of later, like what's different, and it was a supplement. So I took it all through prep, and it was still a challenge. You're still running on limited resources, but
Yeah.
I wasn't as scattered as I had been in seasons past. But those are the challenging things. The hunger you get used to, um, but the sleeping and energy and not being able to think, and I can keep going. And
Oh, yeah.
those are probably at the top of the list on what makes it so tough.
I bet. How is it challenging with your job too? Imagine when
Yes.
you're not able to
Yes.
think properly or
Uh, yeah.
whatever.
So and this is the busiest time of year for my job too. Well, it just ended. So I came from the show and immediately started working 12-hour days to uh because I'm like almost solely responsible for part of the business plan for the next year. And so,
Oh, yeah.
and there's lots of levers and moving parts. And I'm like, it was hard, but that was the week that I was eating cookies nonstop. So that helped. All the
Oh, yeah.
calories
It's good to get them.
fueled me through all the Excel pivot tables I was able to muster.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. There's something to be said about cookies, help
Oh,
with brain power. Yeah.
yes.
Um, and yeah, and I like my sleep too. I know that's interesting what you mentioned about somebody else mentioned that to me recently that when you're in prep and your body is like you should be hunting and gathering food, and and it's your body's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Stop sleeping. Get up.
Oh man, that's tough though. I bet that would be tough not to get sleep interrupted like that too. So
Yeah. Yeah. It gets annoying. Um,
yeah, I bet. I heard too, you just feel hungry too when you go to bed, and so those hunger pains like get
yeah,
up.
I can get used to it. It's not a great feeling, but you just get used to being uncomfortable. And that's,
Mhm.
like I said, I don't mind the hungry. So you accept the hungry. It's the things that come with it, like the energy and headaches sometimes and
Mhm.
scattered brain. Um, things.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. Um, in terms of looking for a coach, is there any advice you could give to ladies who are seeking a coach? Like, what should they look for? What should they avoid?
Experience, look for experience,
Hmm.
what their education is. At this point, I don't even know. I don't know if I can say that. I'd say I want someone with some sort of degree in exercise science or biology or physiology, something. But
Hmm.
but I don't know if that's true. I mean, there can be good coaches that don't have that, but you need to feel confident in their knowledge, um, and their knowledge of women, because we're not just little men.
Yeah, that's true.
We're
Yeah, very different.
different. Yeah. Uh,
Hmm.
those are the important things. Someone you can talk to uh,
Hmm.
if things that come up that may you may be embarrassed to tell one person, but not another. It
Hmm.
person can't be your coach. Like I said, my coach knows everything about my coach and my oncologist know everything about each other.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that's the only way I would do that.
Oh, that's cool that they know each other, huh?
They don't know each other personally,
Oh,
but
I see.
whatever information needs to be relayed, I do that. So
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
yeah,
that's smart. That's good advice too.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Because if even if you're a breastie, even if you're breast cancer, or especially if you're a breast cancer survivor, you've got to put all your cards on the table
mhm,
because it's your life. It's not
mhm.
a pro card.
Yeah, that's true. That's yeah, more important for sure too. So, yeah. Now, I was curious, could you tell me a little bit about your breast cancer, survivor journey? And I'm
Sure.
sorry you had to go through that, but I'm glad you're still with us and thriving and doing well.
Yeah. So I was in 2021 or let's see, I decided to do a show in 2022 and I was going to do a qualifier. I was 4 weeks out from the qualifier. I was putting my suit on to pose and I'm like, and I was a double A before and I was in prep. So I was probably a triple A at that point. I
Hmm.
surprised you couldn't see the tumor from just from the mirror. But I was adjusting it, and I'm like, "What is that?" And,
Uh-huh.
and I had a biopsy on this side like 2 years prior, and they said, "Oh, it's fine. You just have dense breast tissue." I'm like, "All right." So
Mhm.
I went in, and I call it Schrodinger's cancer because I didn't want to stop prepping, and because in all of my history has shown that these things are nothing, even so far as a biopsy. But we went through it, and it's at first, you do the mammogram and you're treated like, oh, most of the time it's nothing. And then they see something like, well, that's a little concerning. And then they find room in the appointment, so, to get you
Yeah.
sooner. So that happened.
Okay.
And then they scheduled the biopsy. And after the biopsy results came back, then appointments just showed up on my chart. Um, and
Huh.
I was diagnosed with uh, H, no, my hormone receptor positive for estrogen and progesterone, both of which I was taking for menopause. Uh,
Okay.
and my oncologist thinks that that's probably why I got the breast cancer.
Oh,
So,
I
and
see.
so
Mhm.
initially they diagnosed me at stage 2, but
Okay.
at the at, at the surgery where they did the biopsy of the direct tissue, I was stage 1A, which is good. Um,
Okay.
but I had so many little tumors or precancerous tumors on this side. Um, they just, we can't go in and remove all these lumps. It needs to be a mastectomy. And
Okay.
if, and they said, it's your choice to get a double mastectomy, or we can just do this one, if you have fears of recurrence or anything like that. So I'm like, take them both. Yes.
Hmm. Sure.
Had,
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, I had the mastectomy, and like you said, this is all documented on my Instagram. Uh,
Hmm.
uh, and it was the surgery itself was not horrible. Pain tolerances are different for different people, and I think they put a nerve block or something on because again, this was not that far removed from COVID, and
Hmm.
during COVID, mastectomies were an outpatient procedure because people were in the hospital dying, right? So,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I
yeah.
remember. Yeah.
So, but there was room in the hospital when I had mine, so they kept me an extra day, and I found that fentanyl pump, and that was pretty nice.
Nice.
Give me
Yeah.
that side. So when the oncotype test came back, which is the biopsy of all your tissues, that was when they diagnosed me with the 1A. The surgery was within the margins. I did not need chemo. I did not need radiation.
Mm.
My treatment is 1 milligram a day of anastrozole or Arimidex. Stop it, which is an estrogen inhibitor, which of course, stop.
Let's see the dogs back there. They're cute.
Oh yeah. Which is what my tumor is fed on. So the plan is to starve. I have no estrogen. You have more estrogen in your body than I do, um,
Okay. Yeah.
because they want to starve whatever remaining little cancer cells might be floating around in there. And I do that
Oh, I gotcha. I'm
5 years. And so there are some side effects with the Arimidex. And, I think some of the little injuries I've gotten over the past year or so, and some of the aches and pains are related to the Arimidex, because that's a side effect
yeah, I
of
understand.
it. But I get to live. So, and I'm getting at this point too, it's like, what's age and what's a side effect of the medication? I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
but that's I'm lucky and I'm happy and to be here. And I do know, and I will say this about women, and I don't know if men are the same because I've never been one, but women can be catty to each other, and we can be judgmental and all that. But when push comes to shove, when you are faced with something like this, we stick together and help each other. I don't know one breast cancer survivor who doesn't want to pay forward the help they got. So that's part of me being so transparent. It's part of the reason why I will not unpin the picture of me that has the double mastectomy and then with the reconstructed breast, because if there is a newly diagnosed woman out there and I'm in the algorithm for breast cancer and mastectomies, I want them that you can ask me anything. I don't want anyone to feel alone.
Yeah,
I don't want anyone, because it's nothing but question. You got nothing but questions when you're first diagnosed. And
yeah,
most of those questions aren't going to come to you when you're sitting in front of your doctor.
yeah.
So you
That's
go
true.
home and you ruminate, and you don't know any, but if you know someone else who's out there and they've gone through, you can at least ask them. So that's why I do what I do, why I make myself available, why I will always follow up and want to help. And yeah, just to help out another woman. I mean, another scared woman going through something that's scary. Uh,
Yeah, I understand. That's great. Do you get people reaching out sometimes?
I do. I
Yeah.
do.
Oh, wow.
Um, and it is always, when people tell me that they were thankful or looked out or I made it, it just like, I just know this is what I want to do. I'm glad. So
Hmm.
that you can come to me. We've even found, and Jason Oliphant did this. He's a local photographer. Um, he knew another local bodybuilder. She doesn't compete in NPC. I forget which, GBO maybe. But she was a bodybuilder too, and a breast cancer person. And we linked up. She knew another athlete who was a breast cancer survivor. So we've got this little network now of
Mm,
breast cancer survivor athletes. And
nice.
that's
That's
pretty.
great.
So if anyone watches this who is also an athlete and bodybuilder, or whatever, or knows anyone who is, and they want to get plugged into other people, because representation, I mean, there isn't any, because normally women keep this to themselves, or they're not, very open
Hmm.
about it or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, plugging you into other athletes and seeing what they're doing is
Hmm.
pretty empowering, and you can see what is possible. I've got a power lifter friend who is setting records. She's amazing, and my bodybuilding friend, she's killing it on her own, and everyone is just living, and it's okay. And
Oh,
most of these are mastectomy, single or double mastectomy, breast cancer survivors too. I don't know anyone who hasn't had a mastectomy who had breast cancer, but
yeah.
that could be the crowd, because I have. So yeah, so that's what that account is about. And again, because we need to do, we need to,
I,
yeah.
I think that's great. No, I think that's great that you have that support network too, and that you've helped other ladies through that journey. So one thing I find interesting, I've heard about estrogen blockers being used for bodybuilding, and I don't know if that is, have you actually seen a benefit in terms of prep and stuff with the estrogen blocker?
We've, at certain doses, Arimidex can be good for bodybuilding. At the dose I'm on, no, it's not good for bodybuilding,
Okay.
because 1 milligram a day, every day, 365 days a year is you're going beyond the benefit there. I mean, sure,
Okay.
it's made
Yeah.
my hair fall out, it's made my voice deeper,
Mm.
I mean, other supplements can do that too, but
Yeah.
it's certainly exacerbated by it. And I am looking forward to when I can get off of it. So,
Yeah. Yeah. How many do you have, like 3 years left, you said, or
no, well, let's see, 2 years, 2 years.
3 years left?
I was
Okay.
55. So, yep, I will be done at 60.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's cool. That's nice that you'll be able to get off of that too. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, no, that's cool. I appreciate you telling your story like that. And like I said, I'll include the breast cancer Wendy, Instagram page.
Haven't updated that in a hot minute, but
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah, but Dudley's Keeper is probably the best way to get in touch with me. The journey stuff is still on my breast cancer Wendy, so you can see all that stuff. But if you
Okay.
want to talk to me, Dudley's Keepers is where I'll be.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
And part of it has been just like I've been in prep and I can only think about two things at a time, and those haven't been it.
I understand. Yeah. Um, I was going to ask you this later, but now that you mentioned Dudley's Keeper, why is that your Instagram handle?
So I had a dog who I call my soul mutt. Um, his name was Dudley, and if you've seen the tattoo on my right quad, that's Dudley.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, he was I got him on the due date of the baby that I lost. So I think that's part of why he meant so much to me.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Um, so he is I know I feel like I'm telling you a tragic story, but
Oh, no.
that's Dudley. He was just, the standard. I still love dogs. I still all the dogs. I love all my dogs I have, but that was my when I first had Instagram, I had Dudley and he was still around. I'm like, okay, I'm Dudley's keeper.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
like,
cool.
well, now people just know me as Dudley's keeper, and it'd be weird if I was Wendy or something.
Yeah, I gotcha. But you might have to be Dudley's Keeper underscore IFBB Pro or something like
I
that.
am.
Oh, is that how you got it? Is that how it is now? Oh,
It is
cool.
now. I think I
Yeah.
changed
Oh,
it the same day.
oh, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah. Okay, you got to get that in there, It's definitely. And I've seen those cute dogs you got back there. It looks like a Rottweiler and a little,
Yes, that was my home dog, housewarming dog when I moved in here. It's a new subdivision and people just dump dogs here
oh
all the
yeah,
and I
really?
just
Huh.
so I had some food out and she just kept showing up and now she's my dog. And I've got a bully and I've got a little chihuahua. So I'm like, I'm overrun with animals.
That's awesome though. Dogs are great. Yeah.
They are.
Um, I was curious, you have it looked like a photographer Instagram too. How
Cute.
do you still work as a photographer too?
On the side, hobby.
Mhm.
Again, that's another thing that I've let slip since I've been in prep. And so I will be brushing up those skills soon. So I'll probably be doing
Cool.
some free shoots for folks and stuff to get back up to speed. But yeah, it's just an outlet, um, a creative outlet. And interestingly, we were talking about I'm an engineer. Lots of engineers are also photographers on
Oh
the
yeah.
side. I
Hmm.
think it's all the gadgets and little things. I'm not sure.
Oh, interesting. That's cool. I didn't realize that. Yeah. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah. Yeah, your photography looks really good too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you done shoots with bodybuilders? Just
Yes, I
yeah.
have mainly, that's sort of what I've morphed into. I did do the photography professionally for a few years. So then
Mm,
I would do weddings and I would do portraits and things like that. When I
mhm,
decided to go back full time and be an engineer again, and I'm like, all right, so I'll keep the photography on the side or as a hobby. I'm going to shoot what I want to shoot. I don't want to shoot weddings. I don't want
mhm.
to shoot 4-year-olds. I don't, I want to shoot bodybuilders. So
Mhm.
that is because it's for me, it's what I want to do. It's for, fun. So that's what I do. Not to say if I had my best friend had a baby or anything like that, or got married, I would do that. But no, other than that, no.
That's cool. I think that's great. I think that's cool that you do that. Now I was curious, do you have a husband or a boyfriend?
Uh-uh.
No. Okay.
I've had both of those before. Uh, there wasn't a picture on the side of the box of that.
Uh-huh. No, that's cool. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Have you had uh husband or boyfriend that supported your bodybuilding in the past? I'm just curious, or
No, actually, well, my husband and I were divorcing when I was doing the bodybuilding.
oh yeah.
And I did have a boyfriend after that who supported the bodybuilding, and was all in on that. But he also ghosted me after I had cancer. So I was diagnosed.
Oh, really?
So,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. So that was hard.
Yeah.
That was hard. Blame me
Yeah.
for it. But anyway, so
Hmm. Wow, that's not
oh
cool.
yeah, yeah, no. So I just since then I just am just my dogs support me, and my friends and family support me. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I think that's very cool. And I know you live in Houston. Do you find that you have a supportive bodybuilding community there in Houston?
The gym family here is incredible. It really is. I could ask any of my friends who are bodybuilders for something, and they would help me out. Uh,
Hmm.
from freshly cooked rice to a place to stay.
Mhm.
I feel like they could ask me or I could ask them, and we would accommodate each other. My gym is fantastic. I'm at Freedom Gym up in Conroe. Um, yeah, I've just the people have been really. Of course, there's some sketchy, but most people are awesome.
That's great. Very cool. Yeah. One of my favorite bodybuilders is there in Houston. Have you ever met Asha Hadley?
No, but I do like her. Um, I do
She's
like her. I follow her on Instagram, and I
she's
saw
awesome.
on some hospital's website or something, and I'm like, "Hey, I know you." And she's like, "Yeah, hey." So anyway, yeah,
She's
I like her.
she's awesome. Yeah. Unfortunately, she's pretty much retired now, although she looks like she could compete again. But
Yeah.
she had a major health issue that caused
Oh,
that. But yeah, just I really like her, and she's just really sweet and
yeah,
beautiful and stuff. So yeah, I like her. She's neat.
yeah.
Um, I was curious, are your parents still alive?
Uh-uh.
No?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, my mom's been gone for since 2008, and my
Okay.
dad 2019.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Did
yeah.
they did well, oh, so you hadn't started bodybuilding by 2019.
Right. I was powerlifting. So
Oh, what did your dad think about that though? Did he support
he
the
had Alzheimer's.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I would give him my medals, and he would, he liked to rub things and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but he didn't know what I was doing. And my mom had breast cancer,
Oh,
but
she did too, really? Oh wow.
that's what she died of.
Oh wow. Was she
But different kinds, I think. I don't know. But I've done the BRCA testing and all that. And my oncologist said, nope, it's not related. Calm down. It's just luck of
okay.
the draw. So I'm like, all right. Maybe there's just a gene you haven't discovered yet. I'm just saying.
Uh-huh. Oh wow. Was hers discovered kind of late too, or
She had beat it. She was 6 years out, and they stopped tracking you when you're 5 years out. So she was 6 years out, and occasionally the cancer will come back quickly and attack everything, which is what it did. Um,
oh
Liver,
wow.
lung, and bone, and she was not feeling well, and so they went to the hospital, and then 10 days later we were removing life support. So it
Mm.
was sort of fast. So I had one parent who just was, and my dad who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, which was long and
I
work.
know.
Yeah,
Alzheimer's is tough. Yeah, because it
not a
does
fun
can
journey.
go for 10 years or so, and
Yeah.
oh no, I'm so sorry. That's yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all of us, something gonna get us.
Yeah, that's true. Now I know you mentioned you have kids, you have a daughter, but do you have
I
any
have
other
one
kids?
daughter. Yep, one daughter, no grandkids. She is gonna be I don't know, she wants to, she's in her 30s and her birthday is next month.
Oh,
Um,
very cool. Awesome. Yeah.
she is a beauty and smart and climbing up the company ladder as she should because she is really motivated and smart. So
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, and I bet you're really proud of her. And it's great that y'all did powerlifting together and stuff too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and she lives about 20 minutes away. So we have a nail date we do every other week, and I think we're going to brunch with Jessica Uribe is competing in the Chicago Pro, and we're all going to brunch on Sunday. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right. I saw that she's on the list for Chicago. That's awesome.
yeah,
But I reached out to her. I said, you should do Tampa, damn it. I want to see you compete in Tampa.
has she been on?
I
Has
have,
she?
yeah, I've spoken with her before. Yeah, she's great. I like her a lot. And I like her look. She's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah. She had mentioned, I think, going through divorce now, unfortunately.
yeah,
Which is, yeah, so but yeah, I do. I like her. And it's great that you've worked with her and are friends with her.
yeah, yeah. She was the power lifter who went into bodybuilding, so that got
Yeah.
me into it. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we've become, and we're closer now than we were back
Mm.
then. So it's fun.
Yeah. She's quite a bit taller than you, right? She's
Oh
pretty,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, I think
That'd,
she's 5'8", five maybe. I don't know. She's tall. So when
that'd
she
be
was little
good.
with me, she would reach things for me.
Oh, I bet that'd be cool if you could compete with her on the same stage with her. So
She said that today. We were texting. I wished her a happy peak week, and she said next year you, me, and Heather should do a Masters Pro show. I'm like, all right. So,
that'd be awesome.
yeah,
Um, no, that's great. And yeah, I have a one daughter too, so I can relate to having a daughter and yeah, definitely a lot of pride there. It's good. She's a good kid. Mine's just 19 though, so she's young.
yeah. Still, still an adult, still old enough to go to that next level of relationship where you're talking
Uh-huh.
to each other and as sort of peers, instead of clean up your room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a little more relatable, I think,
Uh,
Um, um, we had talked a little bit about the three different Instagram pages, but just could you just remind me again what they are and like what can people see on them?
yeah, so Dudley's Keeper is my main one. I
Okay.
post there daily, if not more often, depending how snarky I'm feeling. Um, that's got my bodybuilding and some of life. I've never felt the need to separate only bodybuilding from my life because it's just part of my life.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
and I've got my photography page, which is just my photography because
Okay.
it's folks. Um, and I've got my breast cancer, which is just breast cancer. So people can hopefully get the main questions answered that they are curious about, like timelines,
Hmm.
what's the order of things, what's reconstruction about, all of those type of things. Uh,
Mm.
and again, but if you see anything there and you want to ask me a question, go to Dudley's Keeper. And I'm not even sure if I'll get a notification that you have sent a DM if you message me over on the breast cancer site.
Sure, sure. Okay. That's good. Now, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's good to know for the listeners too. So yeah. Um, I just have a couple more questions for you. I was curious, what do you think is the most kind of misunderstood aspect of bodybuilding? Because I think, female bodybuilders especially have to deal with a lot of myths and information or misinformation about the sport.
I think the most misinformed opinion is that we take PEDs and then magically we grow muscles, and all we have to do is sit on the couch, eat bonbons, and look at this, we're jacked.
Yeah.
uh, I think that's the biggest misconception. And honestly, for those who take PEDs, they only maybe give you 10 to 15% more.
Hmm.
You are, there's no magic. There's no
Yeah.
magic. It's
Hmm.
just hard work.
Yeah. A lot of time in the gym for sure. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And for women, I mean, it's old and it's cliche. that you don't just wake up jacked. You're not going to go lift a 5 pound dumbbell and look like me. You know,
Hmm.
this takes more work than you are interested in doing if you don't want to
Hmm.
be big. You know?
Yeah, good point.
So I think those are those are the big things. You're not going to accidentally get big.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I've heard that myth before from
Yeah,
many times, and I think,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's cliche.
Yeah. That's a good point though. Yeah. And I think you're probably right about that being the most misunderstood aspect too of
Yeah,
bodybuilding. Yeah. Um, Especially with women too. Yeah, I think that women have this irrational fear too, so yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And I get the side eye, every now and then too, but I don't care. I lean into.
I like that. That's cool. Um, I was curious, are you hoping to grow your social media presence? And do you ever have any challenges keeping up with social media?
I mean, my Instagram this summer got like 10,000 extra followers, and
Wow.
it was overwhelming. It was because the Rottweiler, Penelope, I posted the story of her, like not in my stories, but like she showed up on my, she was a stray. She was at my doorstep. Then I fed her. Then I tried to feed her, and then she came back. And then so people loved that. I didn't
Really?
know, but they were all invested in the story of this dog. And
Oh, wow.
so yeah, and I had a couple of reels that I don't know if that counts as viral. I don't know what viral means, but I was like this, and I was walking, and I was wearing a jog bra, and part of the thing, like with they're Thelma and Louise, that's their names.
Okay.
And having double A's before, oh, this is new. The first time that I was eating and crumbs and they didn't fall to the floor, I'm like, what?
I gotcha.
It was, so I'm just like, look at this. And then I posted that, not even thinking, because I had my little small followers, group of people who follow me. And
Yeah.
but I got all this hate, like from, oh, look at
Oh,
this woman, look, you think she looks good. What do you, that's not attractive. And well, you've got tattoos and blah, blah,
oh,
blah. Side note, I don't know if you've seen the tattoos on my foobs, but they're bees because they're my new boobies. Anyway,
oh, yes. I like
oh,
that. I like that.
I
That's
can't help.
neat.
I don't know
That's
how.
cute though.
So as the as that grew, as my following grew, so did the nasty people, and people
Yeah.
don't know me, and
Yeah.
even stories about the dog. Oh, just bring her in. Oh, telling me what I'm doing and doing wrong. I'm like,
Hmm.
what? I mean, I wasn't ready for that amount of feedback and just nastiness.
Yeah. I'm sorry
I
you have to deal
was
with
like,
that. Yeah.
what? So if I want to grow my social media, I don't know. That's kind of double edged because I don't need any more chaos and nastiness. And I I try to have a thick skin, but I guess I'm still thin skinned on some stuff. Going, what? Why are you saying this? You don't even know me.
Yeah. There's some really mean keyboard warriors out there and just
Yeah, yeah,
nasty trolls. The trolls are, and you
yeah.
can block
So
them, block them and delete them too.
that I've been doing that. I never thought I would or would have to, because who am I? So it's
Hmm.
so yeah. If I mean, grow it with the right people. Yes.
Yeah.
Just because you can never have enough people, supporting each other and into whatever you're doing and whatever they're doing. But
I think unfortunately, a lot of female bodybuilders have to deal with that
oh,
hate, just so much nasty comments and yeah,
so
but
much. And then I find myself wondering, like, would you go to a dude bodybuilder's page and say this? Because I'm a,
yeah.
you feel like you can. So that's
Well, I think there's a lot of misogynistic guys out there too that are just looking to troll and be
pretty
dickheads
much.
about it, so
And none of them would say it to my face. And
yeah,
none of them.
yeah, exactly.
So so
Yeah. I'm sorry I have to deal with that, but yeah, I
oh,
understand
that's
that.
just part of it, like you said, as for women and bodybuilding and opinions. Not making sandwiches. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but it's kind of yucky though. Um, well, I was just gonna wrap up. Is there anything that I missed that you'd like to address or anybody you'd like to shout out?
I think we talked about everything. And this was fun, and
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing it. And hopefully, after my pro debut, you'll have some new news to share. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited for you. Yeah.
thank you.
Um, and I was wondering, do you have any sponsors or are you interested in picking up sponsors?
Yeah, sure. If it's right, if it's something like I don't want to bend my preferences towards something, but if there's something that I already love and I'm using, absolutely. Um, I'm not I'm not an influencer. I don't want to be an influencer. I only want to promote the things that I think are useful. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be Kim Kardashian of bodybuilding?
yeah.
No, just kidding.
Or I don't even know. She makes her own stuff. I'm just talking about a shill, someone who sells other people's stuff because they're getting the paper. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Uh,
I did. I want to shout out people on my shirt, the Bad Rap, because they do sponsor women's bodybuilding and
Oh,
their
nice.
clothing company, but Eunice and JoJo that run it, and they're coming to Tampa. They're setting up a booth in Tampa, so I'm excited to see them.
What do they do?
They have a clothing company, and
Oh, okay.
and
All
they
right.
have yeah, check it out. They're I'll actually include the link too since I got the shirt on,
Okay.
but Bad Rap 2023 is their Instagram handle, and but they're just really good folks, and they're both competitors too. They're both masters women's physique competitors, so
I will support that. I'd love to support that.
yeah, they're amazing, and they've helped sponsor some of the athletes and sponsor some like entry fees for masters and tanning and that sort of thing.
That's
So
cool. That's
yeah, so yeah.
um, we all get obsessed with cookies and brownies when we're in prep. And the owner of Jacked Brownies is also a competitor, a women's physique competitor. So I'm like,
Oh yeah,
yep. So I'm ordering brownies.
Jack Brownies. That sounds good.
Jacked brownies. Yeah. And they're not healthy. It's just all good.
Oh really? Oh,
Zero protein.
oh, that's good though. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. Just caution to the wind
Yeah, definitely post
type
show.
of
Yeah.
treat. Yeah. Right. Right.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Wendy. It's great to meet you. And would you mind doing a quick flex for me? Nice. You look great. Oh yeah, showing some tricep too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Still have the tricep heads. I don't know if you can see them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can see him. Yeah, you look great.
Thanks.
And as I mentioned, I'll probably try to post this either this evening or tomorrow morning, and I'll tag you and stuff too. But really appreciate your time and best wishes to you.
Yep. Thank you so much. It was fun.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely. And keep me posted on your pro debut too.
I will. Thanks, David.